Yo, we're back in the studio and it's pristine. I cleaned it yesterday. I don't know if you can tell, but it's just like everything's organized, especially the painting zone. Nothing on the floor. All the tables are moderately clean. Because I'm starting new projects and it's just when there's crap everywhere from the other stencil projects and you know, just stuff, it distracts my brain. So cleansing is important. We got a whole bunch of stuff going on. And there's a couple things I'd like to share before the video kind of begins because I haven't shared it. I was in a film festival, my short film, The SLEW, which was a project I did last summer, super epic project, 3 different murals. I wrote a short story and illustrated it over the course of 3 different months. And me and my friend Tom made an awesome video about it. There's a bunch of vlogs up, definitely go check it out. But we submitted it to a bunch of different film festivals, got into like 3 or 4, which was awesome. And I went to one in Philadelphia. It was super amazing. It was a great experience. I was kind of just surrounded in that filmmaker setting with a bunch of different filmmakers and got to see a bunch of different shorts. It was epic. Also, there's some art in the studio that hasn't been here in like 6 months. A couple bangers, a couple of my favorite paintings that I actually brought to New York City to my apartment, and they were actually in a little group show, this awesome group show that was run by students from all different art schools around New York City. It was in Brooklyn. There was live music. There was a bunch of artists, like 40, and it was just a great time. I love being involved in those things, and I would love to share my work in many different occasions of those sorts. So yeah, that's what I've kind of been busy the last couple weeks, but we got a dog painting commission in oil that I have to finish this week. I have to build the easel. I have to prepare for this project that I probably won't start for 3 weeks, but it's super duper epic and I'm really excited to share that. And we're just gonna get weird in the studio. This is kind of like my workbench area, not at all, but where I cut wood and do little tool work. So this is 1/4 inch birch plywood. This is gonna be what the easel is gonna be cut up in, and it's gonna be beautiful. And it's gonna be on these, you know, torque hinges, which means like they're hinges that stay when you bend them. So it'll be able to fold, it'll be compact, and it's gonna go right on this tripod, and it will be attached with the quick release mount so that, you know, I could put it on this tripod, bring it to any location when I travel, and it's pretty straightforward but mediumly complicated. I don't know how long it's gonna take, but I'll just do a quick little montage. So this is pretty much the idea. Making progress. Definitely not beautiful, but extremely functional and light. So I don't know how long this sequence was of building it, but it took 2 days because I had to let the glue dry. I just finished the 2 coats of stain. Some delicious English chestnut makes the wood look a little red, way darker. This side, the grain is beautiful. And it's done, you know, it's not the most flawless, but it's extremely functional, and that's the point. You saw that I inlaid magnets, and those are for this watercolor set that's, you know, I put magnets on the back to custom fit. Boom, that's not going anywhere. And then I got the 2 tin water cups that are already, you know, able to be magnetized, so boom, that's not going anywhere. A perfect setup for watercolor. I could use gouache, I could use casein, and yeah, it's just extremely functional. I'll show you what it looks like on the tripod, and I'm just super pumped to have this hopefully for a while. Sanded the schnoz out of it. It's just, you know, soft as a baby's bottom, and hopefully I'll have this bad boy for a long time. And a perfect transition, you saw me also staining this with the same English chestnut, and this is a maul stick. I wanted to make my own M-A-H-L, maul, and this is for holding your wrist. Put this on the canvas so your hand and wrist doesn't touch the wet painting. If you want to get in close detail, you know, to rest your hand, to have something nice. I use a bunch of different things, but I always want to make my own. This is nice length, nice weight, and it's just custom, and I like that. So we're gonna move on to the dog commission. Might take a few days to finish, probably, but we're gonna start it. We're gonna prepare the canvas. We're gonna get the colors organized, and we're just gonna crack on. Here's the cute puppy. So onward we go. Before I even started the dog, you saw I did this kind of big gradient, which is like kind of a blue and then gray, reddish. It's all pretty gray. It's obviously way lighter than what this background is, but I just did that to switch it up and not make it a solid color. And then you've seen I've just been going in with the shadows. My issue that I struggle with is always I try to go detail first, you know, in the beginning, but you're really supposed to start loose, general shapes, bigger ideas, trying to nail the values always, but you know, I'm just trying to work on going looser, starting more general, not rendering as much in the beginning. I'm using very low opacity oil paints just to get it down. You know, I'm trying to fill the canvas up in these beginning stages and this first layer. I should probably start the background so I don't have to kind of work around the dog, which I already have to do. But you know, maybe I should do that sooner rather than later. And you can see in my palette, you know, the shadows are very blue. People don't really understand that you know, shadow isn't just a darker, similar color. There's a bunch of temperature changes when you go to shadow, and especially white fur on dogs. You know, the shadow side is usually like a gray blue. It could be a warm gray, but it's more like a colder gray to simulate, you know, a shadow white fur. And the highlights are gonna be a little warmer, obviously, to show that temperature change. But you know, I'm still struggling. I don't really completely understand these things I'm saying. I kind of know, and I'm trying to practice it and, you know, replicate what I see. So that's what's kind of going through my mind and what I'm dealing with. But we're just gonna keep on trudging, moving forward, and hopefully finish filling up the canvas today, and then come back tomorrow, work on the second layer. Hopefully it will be more dry. Onward. This dog painting is complete. This video is concluded. I had such a good time. I don't usually take commissions, I sometimes do, and I wanted to take this one because of the great photo that was provided, this amazing photo of this dog with this intense light coming this way, and I just thought it was a great composition, and trying to mimic what a camera does and simulate what a camera does with something up close is very in focus, and then the background is very out of focus and has this bokeh effect, which is what a camera is, the fuzzy stuff in the background. But there's also, you know, great contrast with this dark face and shadow with the light background. And it just came out great. I liked to paint it and it was enjoyable. And you know, it's always a practice experience for me. You know, I'm always trying to study and learn. Representing reality with oil paints, I'm still, you know, trying to learn as much as I can. So this was a great practice piece and also a full completed commission. I think the patron, you know, the owner of the dog will be quite happy. Trying out new techniques, using different color palettes, it's all good and I love to do it. It was so fun. I also built that custom easel, the travel easel for my travels this summer. I'm so excited to use it. I don't do much watercolor and gouache, but I think that easel is really gonna let me dive into that, doing some plein air studies. Anyways, more videos coming. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think and I'll see you in the next video.